Hello everybody! How you guys doing? I forgot to turn on my Vtuber model again. Whoops. Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the Cherry Bomb Blossom Boutique. I hope you guys are doing okay. I had my hair braided today all day and it feels like a blessing, let me tell you. Honestly, sometimes wearing your hair in a ponytail, when you have a long hair that is, can feel really straining on your scalp. You know, you feel like you're getting a facelift sometimes whenever you put your hair in a ponytail. So I let my mom braid my hair today, and honestly, I should be wearing my hair in a braid more often. I feel like I feel like I'm not getting my hair follicles yanked out of me whenever I wear it in a braid. You know, the only thing though is, like, I don't know why my skin is so sensitive about my hair being like this. Like, I don't know how many of you do you have long hair? Is this just because I'm a man? Is this just because I was raised with short hair? I don't know, but sometimes my hair just I feel like I'm allergic to my own hair because it gets itchy. Like it gets itchy whenever I let my hair down for too long. Unless it's like really cold. If it's really cold, then my hair doesn't bother me. But for the most part, it just gets hot, red, itchy, and I don't like it. But you know what? My hair makes me feel cunty, so I just keep it long. But yeah. Do you have any tips for that? If you wear long hair yourself, please let me know, because I need some help. I'm glad to see that you're doing good, Vaporeon. It's been a while. Lori? Girl, how long has it been? Oh my god, I hope you're doing okay. Are you working right now? Don't get distracted. Keep working. Do work. I hope you're doing okay, sweetheart. I gotta reach out to you, darling, because I don't know if you have been hearing, because I've been talking about it for a long while, you know. But I am fully and absolutely getting into makeup this and next year. Next year is gonna be more serious because I'm gonna be taking makeup classes. But this year I'm going to be doing some prep. I'm going to be saving up money and prepping for stuff. And I'm gonna reach out to you because I know that you're an excellent makeup artist. So I need some tips. I need someone to you know, guide the gun and shoot, you know. I'm very much the type of person who prefers to be told what to do when it comes to like stuff that I don't know about. Once I know about it, then you cannot tell me shit. But if I don't know anything, I would rather, you know, be, let's say for tech stuff, right? Because when I bought my PC, I literally gave my brother my debit card, and I was like, you know what, just buy what you think is good. Because I just don't know. I overthink. So I like it when somebody just be like, hey, you know what, just buy this, start with this, and then you'll know. And then once I know, boy, if you tell me something, because once I know, you cannot tell me anything about it. My hair is wavy, but the moment I use shampoo, it pops out and gets very poofy. Actually, that's good, because that means that your hair, usually what happens when it comes to like wavy hair is that when it's dirty, or when it's been a while since you washed it, it just kind of gets weighed down by the oils of your hair. And some things that can look good, like, you know, there is like this weird twilight space in between not washing your hair and washing your hair, like this, like, you know, it's been a couple days maybe since you have washed your hair, and on like the second, maybe third day, it looks good, and then by the fourth day, it looks like you got attacked by a wet dog. Like it looks like you were like fucking power wash. It looks really bad. So, you know, but sometimes it looks really shiny and it makes your hair look really good. So yeah. But yeah, folks, to make a long story short, what are we going to be doing today? What is the point of today's stream? Well, today's stream, we're going to be looking at some Pokemon fashion for days. Sometimes it goes that long. You know, you're not supposed to wash your hair every day, right? You don't know that, right? Like, unless you're a really oily bitch, then you're not supposed to wash your hair every day. I can go 2 days without washing it, and then I have to wash it because then it starts to get a little. It starts to look like a cry for help. But yeah, you're not supposed to wash your hair that often because it can make you lose hair. So you know. Are we going to come back to the issue in which I shower every other day? Are we gonna come back to that? Because like again, what is it with you guys? What is it with you guys? Like why out of everything that's wrong with me, anything else that you can point out? My horrible personality, the fact that my nails are kinda awful, or you know, my hairline being not the best one. Anything else that you can point out, you point out the fact that I shower every other day. Are you not baiting again? I took a shower today! Today was a shower day for me, bitch! How dare you? Huh. That it. You guys are being so mean to me right now. Like, what did I even do to you? What did I even do? I feel like you guys are just being assholes. Anyway. So, going back to what we're supposed to be talking about. It doesn't have to be every day. What's wrong with you that you have to shower every day? You have to realize that I don't really do much. If I did exercise every day, maybe then yes, I would agree. Shower every day. But I don't sweat that much. It is not as hot for me to be sweating that much anyway. And I don't do exercise for me to be smelly. It doesn't work. Because my nose works and I live with people. I also live with people! And it's, you know what, my every other day showering schedule has been just fine. The fuck is a calisthenic? What the fuck is that? That is a big ass word. Anyway, before I feel like you guys are exposing me too much. Ugh, you guys are exposing me. Amber! You know what? Is this how it's gonna be the whole stream? Because I can go. You guys can do this shit yourselves. Jesus. Oh, come on, it's not that bad. You know what? Fine, whatever. We're gonna move on because otherwise I'm going to bite you. I swear to God, I will bite you. I will bite you. Oh, that is the wrong one. That is the wrong. I will bite you. Oh, hi, Husking. How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you guys are doing okay. Anyway, so what is? Oh, Jesus Christ. Hair for Bachi, thank you so much for calling. Bitch! Oh my God. I almost just absolutely doxed myself. Fuck. You know what? I was about, because I've been working for a lot recently. I've been getting overworked. So I almost just said, "Hey, hair for Wachi, thank you so much for calling company I work at." I was about to expose myself. Fuck. I'll do it again. 1 second. One moment. Hair for Vachi, thank you so much for following. Welcome to the boutique. I appreciate you, darling. You know what? This is an interesting start to the stream already. Finally, somebody who says my name correctly. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad to be the first one. But how are you doing today? I hope you're having fun. As stated, though, if I can actually begin the stream, because oh my God, I feel like every time something happens, Jesus. Okay. As stated, though, what we're going to be doing today, folks, is to talk about Pokemon fashion once again, because you know what? I'm a homosexual with a microphone. You clearly need my opinion to live. So, let's go. We're going to be talking about grass-type Pokemons, because really, this is my favorite type. If I am qualified to talk about any type of stuff right now, it's this. Whoop, that is the wrong thing. If I am qualified to talk about any type, It's probably grass, aside from fairy, but grass. So anyway, in this case, before we begin, I would like to know what is your favorite grass type gym leader? Do you even know all of them? Because there is one here that I actually didn't recognize. There is one grass type Pokemon that is not. Oh, it's her. Ooh, I like Erika too. Erika is also really cute. But anybody else, any other Erika's? Mine is actually, well, if you have seen the thumbnail on the stream, you probably know already. But mine is Milo. Mine is Milo, and we'll get to talk about him. We'll talk about him. Oh yes, we will. But while you guys leave your answers, we're gonna begin to this with saying what Erika is. Well, Erika is indeed a grass type gym leader. But her thing, as you guys know, Pokemon gym leaders tend to have, like, you know, another side gig going around. Like, apparently being a Pokemon gym leader doesn't really pay that much. So they have other things going on too, you know? They have a personality, they have lives outside the gym. In this case, what Miss Erika is dedicated to is a florist. I was gonna say flowerist. A florist. She dedicates herself to flower arrangements. That is what she does. I'm pretty sure that in Japanese it has a very particular name, but I do not know the name of it. At least not yet. If you guys want to educate me, please do. But that's her thing. That's her deal. She does she does flower arrangements in a traditional style from Japan, and primarily the thing that she's meant to do more so than to resemble a grass type gym leader. In her conception, she was made more so to capture the original beauty of a traditional Japanese lady. Like that is when you Google that, that's what comes up. Like she's supposed to be more of the original lady. She's supposed to be the simplicity and beauty of Japanese woman. That's what she's supposed to be. I'll be honest, I don't understand English. I understand a few words here, so I'll say yes to everything and agree to everything. ¿Puedo asumir que hablas español? I can only assume that. That's the only thing that I can assume. that you speak Spanish. Can I request one more picture of Erika? Sure. Sure, if you want to send it to me. En efecto. I mean... Oh, fuck. Now I'm split. I mean, I'll talk Spanish every now and then for you, if that helps. Puedo hablar español un poquito si es que te ayuda. Pero el stream es en inglés, lo siento. Okay, anyway, so... You know, as stated, Erika is supposed to be a Japanese traditional beauty. That is her whole point. And so, she wears clothes that are more traditional Japan. You know, a kimono. I'm pretty sure that if I remember right, her sandals is called a Saudi or Sodi. I don't remember exactly how it's spelled. So, in the one hand, I would admit that this is a perfect execution of what this is to be. Oh, hi Nova, thank you so much for the hydration. I appreciate it. I have a papaya water today. Thank you. I think that she's a perfect execution of what she's originally meant to be, and the things that she is, first and foremost. Why are you lurking so much? Stop lurking. Why are you watching me? What do you want from me? Anyway, you guys are I'm getting off track. Hold on. Okay, back on track. So she's a perfect execution of what she is meant to be first and foremost. This is literally when you look up at you know, one Japanese woman in traditional costumes, this is what comes up. And so for me, that is perfect. Now, her actual occupation as a florist, I feel like it's a little bit left behind. Like, I know that a florist doesn't quite have a look to it. Like, it is one of those professions that doesn't really have like a uniform, right? Hold on, let me look at my DMs. You send me every picture of her. You send me every picture of her. Oh my god. That is literally a fan cam. You literally just sent me a fan cam of her. Oh lord. Anyway, as I was saying, a florist doesn't have a particular type of look. It is not and flowering arrangement ceremonies in Japan do require you to wear traditional stuff like this, a kimono, right? But I feel, is it the TCG card? Yes, they send me every single TCG card. Anyway, I feel that my only issue with her, and it's really not that many because I actually really like her design, is that I feel like they could have included accessories, like perhaps just like a pouch with a scissor hanging off of it, just to for you to see and witness and have a bit more of an idea of what she is, because this already does a great job of letting you know what her typing is, because I mean it's the plant type color green, and it's also the flowers. It's also the skirt that has like this like pollen grassy texture to it. Like, it's already doing great work into communicating what her type is. It's just, to me, I feel like she just needed just that little bit of thing. Like, this is a problem with Pokemon designs to me sometimes. Is like, it just needs just a little more, just one more thing, just one more accessory. Just, Oh, you know what I should do? Actually, you know what I think could actually help too, is I know that I don't know the construction of kimonos very much to know if this is possible, but I would have added another layer, maybe like another layer to it on the skirt for it to maybe look flower shaped, or maybe make the skirt itself flower shaped. I feel like that could have pushed it just a little bit more into, plant type. Again, a pouch with scissors could also work perfectly to let you know kind of what she's about. But really, to me, she's perfect, She has the umbrella out, but it's seldom used. Oh, she has an umbrella? Wait, is the umbrella the shape of the flower, of her flower? What's the name? What's the Pokemon? What's her ace Pokemon? I forget the name of it. Vileplume? Was it called Vileplume? Is that her? It's evolution. Is the evolution of Oddish, but I forget what the name is. Do you think she could work as a bug time gym leader? No, I actually don't think so. Primarily, the reason why is because she's very focused. Like, everything else about it is so focused of being flower looking, that you will have to do some changing to the color palette, the color palette, and also you will have to include something else to make it feel more bug type like. Gloom, yeah, exactly. You know what? If she does have an umbrella that is like gloom shaped, like in the flower bud that Bloom has, that Gloom has, then I feel like that works. It's by implement, check the bottom left of the picture I've given you. Oh, it's more of a traditional umbrella. Well, that also helps actually. That also helps a lot. It helps a lot. Hold on, I'm just gonna put the fan cam on stream. Yeah, this actually helps a lot. The umbrella does help a lot with the with just adding that little bit of thingy, the little bit of thing that helps identify her more as a plant. But again, I think that she's already doing a very competitive job. Like, I feel like she is very competent in what she does. And I just needed that. I'm just being picky. I'm just being picky. You know what? I'm being picky. I'm doing what your job does, and I'm just not gonna be. We don't give about a 5 because there is always something that could be better. I fucking hate that. But yeah, this is great. This is awesome. I really like it. I really like the color palette. Although, me personally, instead of red, I would have just maybe more like a pink. But I do understand that they're referencing more Gloom than anything else. Gloom is supposed to be her ace Pokemon, therefore they're putting the same red that Gloom has. But pink could work too, but that is just me speaking. Honestly, it's a bias. Let's be honest here. If I could turn everything pink, I would turn it pink. But yeah, she's great. I love her. 10 out of 10 for me. 10 out of 10. This is not in the right order. Hold on, we're going into generation order. Where is... What's next? Oh, it's Gardenia. Gardenia. Oh, God. You know what? You should be upside down. You know, I used to think she was so cunty. Like, I used to be a fool at one point. I started playing the game where she came out, which is, you know, Pokemon Platinum, Pearl, Diamond. So, she was my favorite gym leader for a while. I named my bunny after her. But oh my god, I was blinded by nostalgia because I am looking at her right now and ooh, bitch. Ooh, ouch. Okay, she was run over by a bus. Okay, let me get started. So, Gardenia in her construction, in her concept, is that she's supposed to be more like an adventurer. She's an adventurer. She goes in the woods. She forages. She kidnaps and molests the wild flora because, you know, it says in her description that she goes to the forest allowed to capture flora Pokemon. So it makes sense to me as for why she's dressed like this. But I feel like the execution is very poor. She looks really bad. This is not flattering at all. First of all, Mama, you gotta get your refund on that haircut. Like, something must be done to the person that did your hair, because this is not pretty. Like, I don't know why I was thinking. I don't know what I thought that you were slaying when I was younger. Oh, but this hair color is bad, Mary. Like, it's not even the fact that it is orange. It's just the way that it is constructed. Like, those are some chunky highlights, bitch. I haven't seen her dad. Can you send him to me? I'm actually curious about what his dad looks like, what her dad looks like. So that's just one thing. She looks like she needs to a bow and a quiver of arrows. Like I feel like that's actually kind of part of her point. Like, you know, she's supposed to look like a ranger, adventurous, you know, somebody who hangs out in the forest a lot. But man, we need to get you some different type of pants. We need to get some pants. We need to do something different because that cut is not flattering at all. Never mind that the pouches make it look like she's, you know, she's carrying water on those things. I don't know why the pouches are so big. Like, I get the point, you know. Again, she's adventurous. She's supposed to be going out. She's supposed to be always grabbing stuff, putting stuff in her pockets. I understand that, but it's just the execution for me. It doesn't work. It looks bad. It looks unflattering. Why is it right above the knee? Like, it doesn't have to be short. It doesn't have to be shorter, but I would make it longer. Make it an actual cargo pant, because that's what these are supposed to be. They're supposed to be cargo pants. But why are they cut? What happened, girly? Again, does being a Pokemon gym leader not pay you that much that you cannot afford new pants? Like, they got stuck on they got stuck on, like, on the forest, and you just had to rip them out, and you thought it looked cool? Because let me tell you that it doesn't look cool, Mary. It doesn't look cool at all. It just makes it look foolish. It makes it look silly. It makes her proportions so horrid too, because there is nothing aside from her ugly ass haircut. There is nothing pulling you out from those pants. And you made a point, Vaporeon. You made a point that the cape is carrying the whole look, and I agree too. I agree. I feel like the cape is like the best part of it, actually, because it looks interesting. It has a fun shape. It makes her stand out in a really cool way. But you know what could have been better? Because aside from the color, you couldn't tell her that this is a grass type Pokemon Gym Leader. I'm sorry. To me, this doesn't read. It doesn't read that well to me. Like, sure, the color helps, but it could be pushed more. You know what I would have done? I would have given her a cape that is made out of like leaves. Either leaves or, you know, make it look like a leaf. From the back, it looks like a leaf. Really? Hold on, let me. I feel like I've seen that before, but I need to look at it. Pokemon reference sheet. But then again, though, you're almost never looking at her from the back, so what is the point? Oh, Mary, that is just the normal shape of a cloak. That is. That is a weak ass excuse. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. That is an excuse. That is an excuse, and I haven't have ever seen one. Commit to it. Make it look like a leaf. God damn it! Like make it look like it was chewed out by a bug a little. Or actually, you know, if we're going with her for the fact that her clothes are tattered, you know, maybe she doesn't care. Maybe she doesn't care about the way that about being frivolous and always having the up-to-date stuff, or making stuff look clean. Maybe that's her thing. Maybe she prefers it being messy. Then why does the clock look messy? Why is the cape pristine? I removed the clothes entirely and gave her like a leotard, but then maybe the upper thigh high boob. No, but that is... I feel like that kind of defeats the point though of her, which is she's supposed to be practical as far as we can throw her. Like she's supposed to be practical. That's the reason why her pouches are so big, because you know she's carrying the hope on the entire world on her pockets. So what I would do personally is just give her full, just make them full pants. Make them an actual cargo pant. You know? Hold on, let me draw this because this is getting me riled up. I'm getting riled up with this. Hold on, one second. Like make them actual pants. I don't know why they're cut off. I don't like pants. Oh, I know that you don't. I know you don't like pants, but hey, if we're giving her pants, then actually let's commit to it. Let's commit to it and give her pants, you know? Give me 1 second. I'm drawing this in. Everybody hold the phone. Hold the phone and stay on the line. Hold on. 1 second. I'm working on it. Stop yelling at me. You're gonna see my genius in a moment. You just don't believe in me, but you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. One second. I didn't plan to do edits on it, so I do apologize that this is taking me longer than normal. I didn't plan to do edits, but I feel like I need to, just so that you can see my vision. I have goofier emotes here. That's okay. Hold on. Let me just clean this up a little. And just delete this one in the back. And I'm gonna do something that I feel like it's probably gonna help. Like, if we're gonna do the pouches thing, let's commit and make it. Oops. Let's commit and actually make the pouches look good. Like, let's give it double pouch. Let's give it a double pouch. You know, something like this. Actually, to me, this looks 10 times better. Let me just put it down. To me, this looks 10 times better because at least it makes it so that her practicality looks intentional, you know? And it also solves the issue of the pants looking silly, you know? It just makes it look like silly. This actually looks really hot. I know, right? Because like the last skin that she saw in it, she looks a little bit more flirty. The cargo pants aren't a bad look. I don't think so either. I feel like it suits her better. I feel like it makes more sense, you know? And while I'm at it, now that I have busted out the pen, now that I have the tablet on, let me just do something. Because I feel like if we're gonna commit to her being a Grasstype gym leader, let's commit. I just feel like I feel like my general sentiment with Gardenia is that it feels like she's half-baked. Like, it feels like they had an idea and they didn't fully finish it, you know? That's what it feels like to me. And again, I know that Pal's a part of it, and I understand why there were some decisions that were made in this case. And it's because she was born at a time in which, you know, the game console couldn't take that many pixels, you know? They couldn't take the hotness. They couldn't take the realness. So I understand why, for the most part, she is the way that she is. It's because, you know, the actual Pokemon game cannot handle that much puss, you know? They cannot handle it. It cannot. The game cannot handle that much detail on its character design. And that's fair, but that's only an excuse until a certain point, you know? After a certain point, it just starts looking bad. And also, once they have gotten a relaunch, you know, because as Pokemon Pearl and Diamond did, you know, they could have had the opportunity to fix some of the like silly things that they did to it just because of time constraints and actual, you know, budget stuff. But no, even in the remake, they decided to make her look like this, which is so weird to me. Like, I don't know why. It's not even that the design is that iconic anyway. Most people don't even know who she is. Okay. You know what? We're gonna leave it like that. I'm not gonna worry about making it too clean, but you know, because I'm not the Pokemon company, but you know, it is what it is. I feel like you guys get the point, right? You get the point. They didn't change any of the designs in the remakes. Yes, they did. Yes, they fucking did. Erika doesn't look the same. Erika used to wear a yellow kimono with flowers, and now she wears a red and green kimono. So yes, they did. I don't want to hear that bullshit. And also, Wallace also got a change in the remake. Wallace didn't used to look like that. Wallace didn't used to be that cunty, and they made him cunty. So I don't know, why does Maker Gardenia doesn't get the same treatment, huh? Or are you just talking about in particular about Diamond and Pearl? Because if that's so, then that makes sense. Okay, you know what? Hot take, and I don't know how much of a hot take it is, but a hot take anyway. I feel like they didn't put any effort at all in the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes. They put no effort. Absolutely no effort. It was probably the most half-assed remake that I have ever seen in my life. So you're telling me that now for the remakes we decide to go back to the chibi art style? You're telling me that we don't change anything about the designs for the better? Like they have done in previous stuff? You're telling me that we're not changing anything about the balancing? Wasn't Gem for Remake also one of the remakes in which they didn't include the newer Pokemons? It just felt lazy to me. I'm still pissed. But anyway, moving on though, because I get so upset because it was my favorite Pokemon. And they did it so dirty. My favorite Pokemon game, and they did it just so fucking dirty. That takes the cold. That take is colder than the entire Snow Peak City. Thank you. That's why it's barely a remake. It's more than a remaster, and I agree. It's just I feel like they didn't try. Anyway, so let's look at the difference. Please. Let's look at the difference, and I'm not even changing anything else about her art style. You know, I'm not changing anything else about what she's wearing. Everything else is fine. But just look at this for a moment. Just look at this. You know what? Game Freak, hire me. I'm sure that I could make better fashion decisions than you do. Well, they got better later on, but this is just a chop. It's a chop. I'm sorry. We need to get you to a new stylist. And you need to fire your whole styling team. This girl, it doesn't look good. It's a chop. It's a 0. I don't like it. It feels. They did her so dirty because, and also I just love her in particular. She has a really nice personality. It just, I guess a nice personality doesn't buy good fashion sense. My experience with Pokemon is with the plushies rather than the games. I feel like that's more like most people's experiences with Pokemon is that it comes from anything other than the games. It's either the anime, it's either the plushies, or the game. But it's kind of like League of Legends, actually. League of Legends has gotten to a point in which most people know the IP rather than the game, and the people who know the game either play it or don't want to know about it. Unfortunately, I am in the first category. I play the game, but it's just Pokemon is so big that there's many different ways to enjoy the game, I guess. And and you know what? I decide to enjoy it this way by complaining about the fact that they just did my girl so dirty. They did my girl so dirty. So yeah, you know what? I'm even gonna save it like this. Fuck it. I'm gonna save it like this. I'm gonna pretend that this is the actual version of her. This is just her. There's nothing you can tell me. Nothing you can tell me about it. This is the remake version. Anyway, that's crazy. Oh, it's not that crazy. I had harder takes than this. Pokemon Go was a good exercise motivator until everyone may gain 500 pounds. You mean because of COVID? Honestly, Amber, you sound like you'd be a great gym partner. You want to go to the gym together? I feel like we could probably have fun at the gym. You'll actually make me do stuff. Damn. It's not one of those boba waiters, so I know, right? He's the next one, right? Yeah, this is the 5th generation. Yeah. Okay, so this is Cillian, which I don't know why his name is Cillian. Like, as far as I know, we have established that Chili and Cress are named after plants, but I never heard of a plant named Cillian. It's the Cillian a thing? Hold on, let's Google it before I speak out of my ass. Hold on. No, that's just a person. Like Sicilian, maybe? Sicilian? No, that doesn't come up. That seems to be a place. Sicilian language. Ingredient? Plant? The only one that I can find is Sicily. Yes, like the Italian food. I mean, could be, but he's not supposed to be Italian, is he? Isn't he from New York? I watched a video actually on them to understand them a little bit more, so when I could talk about them. Apparently, they're supposed to be country boys. Apparently, they're supposed to be from the country. You know? Apparently, that's the whole point. I don't think that comes through at all. Not even in any single one of their designs at all. You know? I'm assuming 3 types of cooking styles. No, actually, there's nothing to do with it. Cress and chili are just types of plants. You know, chili is obvious, and cress, if you Google it, you're gonna see that it's like a family of vegetables. But Cillian doesn't seem to have a name behind it. But yeah, just like his siblings, he is a waiter, and he owns a restaurant with his family. So, what's most so differential about them, it's more so their personalities than anything else. So, from what I googled, Cress is the calm one, Chili is the energetic one, and he is the polite one. Now, if I may be honest, polite doesn't quite come to mind when I look at him. In fact, he looks laid back. He looks like he's more calm than Cress, because Cress looks like he's a performer. He looks like an attention whore, just like me. So, to me, Cillian looks like he's the more calm one. Not really polite, but you know, that's more so posing rather than anything, you know? It's more so posing. So, in here, once again, comes one of my criticisms, though. Which is, I do not think I see anything about his personality on this outfit. you know. I, and this outfit actually makes more sense on him than it did on Chili and Cress, because he's if we put it in quotations, the polite one. He's supposed to be, you know, the one that he's always elegant. He always follows the rules. He is those are shoelaces. Those are shoelaces. Those are not socks. Those are shoelaces. He's the polite one. He is supposed to always be. He likes rules. He likes things to be orderly. He likes to follow dress code, you know? And that would make sense. And this would be so much better if Chili and Cress didn't look the exact same. You know? Like, I saw a concept art of them. And they were a lot different. Like, for example, Cillian used to wear pants underneath this. Cress used to have shorts and his vest would be open. No, sorry, that's Chili. Chili used to have shorts and his vest would be open. And Cress would have longer sleeves, if I remember right. So, when I see that and I see this, then I feel like they kind of went wrong in a little bit of a misdirection. Because, you know, I guess it's because they're supposed to be triplets that they were like, okay, we cannot make them that different, otherwise they don't look like triplets. But they already don't anyway, so what's your point, Nintendo? What's your point? They already don't look like triplets. So to me, just kind of, it makes sense of Chili. It tells me about his personality. Because here's the thing. The reason why the way the characters dress is so important in character design is because fashion informs a lot about your life. Your choices on what you choose to wear can kinda tell you something about yourself. Either about the way that you live, about the way that you see yourself, and about the way that you interact with the world, you know? For example, even if you think that you don't care about fashion, and you're like, oh, I just throw it on because I don't care. Well, that is also a reason why they are dressing the way that you're dressing. It's because you do care. In fact, you do care, darling. You care in the sense that to you it's not a priority. To you, your life is so busy that you don't care about the way that you're dressing. Or maybe you just don't feel like you need to. And that is something that I can tell about your personality. So it makes sense on Cillian, and for this reason, I'm gonna give him a high rating. He's gonna be a 10 because Cillian in himself, this makes sense on him. But if I'm looking at them as a trio, if I look at Chili, Cillian, and Cress together, to me, overall, it's average. It's a 5 because there's nothing wrong with it, but it doesn't tell me anything about them. I cannot tell what their personal fashion sense is through this, because the three of them look the same. You know what? My personal criticism is just make them all. If the problem is that they need to look like triplets and they need to look the same, then make them all blonde. They are supposed to be country boys. Most of their inspirations are also blonde anyway. So just make them blonde. Make them blonde, and make them wear their clothing how they would wear them. You know, and maybe keep their eye colors different, because that's something that can happen even within triplets. Maybe their eye color can be different, you know. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's a 10. By himself, it's a 10. I like Cillian. I think he looks better than his siblings. And also, I think that his hair doesn't look fucking crazy. I would like to see that. Maybe one day I would do it. Maybe one day I'll do a series really signing Pokemon, really signing Pokemon gym leaders. Oh, hey Hime, how you doing? I hope you're doing okay. Everybody's cooking dinner while watching me. Is that a sign? Should I become a cooker VTuber now? should I just steal Pepper's gig at this point? But why are you cooking? Why are you guys cooking? I know that Pepper's cooking. Usually Ember is also cooking, and now Hime is. So I want to know, what are we cooking? What are we cooking tonight? You would not survive? Oh no, believe me, I know that I wouldn't survive. I know this. I know myself. Because you know why? The last time that I cooked myself, which we watched this morning, I accidentally left the gas too long, and when I went to turn on the stove, I cinched the upper layer of skin. I gave myself an exfoliation on my skin. Like it shaved off the hairs on my hand. Because I forgot I left it on. Hey, listen. At least my skin is smooth. It's smooth, and it doesn't hurt, but still. Hey, my hair is the hair on my hands is ugly anyway, so it did me a favor. It did me a favor. Cooking stream went. Honestly, I could be down to do one. That could be fun, but it's just anything I know how to make I can't eat. I know how to make a mean egg. I know how to make a mean breakfast, but I just couldn't eat it because I don't eat egg. You got posted the meatball mate? Where did you post it? Did you post it on the server? Ooh. Wait, what is that? Are those potatoes? That looks like a potato. That looks delicious. I want. Gimme. I'm making a potato stroganoff. Oh. Anything with potatoes is good for me, honestly. Just give me a potato. Shove a potato in my mouth and I will be happy. I may hate a lot of foods, but a potato is something that I could not turn down. Unless you make it into puree. If you make it into a puree potato, then I'm not into it. I don't like the texture of a puree. But otherwise, any type of potato would work. I love potato. I love potato. But yeah. Let's move on to the next one. Let's go to the next one, folks. Which is it Ramos actually? Let me just look at all of them. No, yeah, it's Ramos. Okay. The next one is Ramos, which in Spanish means... I actually don't remember what the actual translation of it is. Hey, Pepper, can you help me? What is the translation? Ramos. Bundles? I think it's bundles. Bouquet? I think it's bouquet. It's a bouquet. The way that you call bouquet in Spanish is Ramos. A ramo de flores. A bouquet. That is what it is. It's supposed to be like a conglomerate. I don't know. It's supposed to be a bouquet. So his name is Bouquet in Spanish. And once again, see, Generation 6 does in fact eat. Once again, Generation 6 is proving why it may be one of the best designs of the whole series. Except for Malva. I don't like Malva, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, Ramos is supposed to be just an elderly man taking care of his garden. He's already retired. He's already, he's already been to war, and now he's back and he's just relaxing, He's just relaxing, having a fun time with his plants. He probably speaks to them and being a weirdo about it, but you know what? I heard that plants actually like it when you speak to them, so maybe it works. So, I think that this is a very well execution of what it is. It tells me exactly who he is. Because this is also some fashion choices that look elderly. It tells you about his age. He's French, and you know what? I can excuse a French. I can excuse the French. You know what? For the one time I'm making an exception, I can excuse him because he's really good. I don't care for the French, but I care for him. You know what? He's grandpa. He's my grandpa. But going back to it, he's making old-fashioned decisions when it comes to his clothing. Number one, because he's wearing what are these called again? It's not overalls. Is it overalls? No. I forget what these straps are called. Shit. Ah, fuck. I forgot what the straps are called. He sold a Bombay French for much longer. That is such a horrible... Suspenders. Thank you. Exactly. Suspenders. Thank you. Suspenders are a really old-fashioned decision. Mostly because they're not necessary anymore. They can be. You can wear them. They look really cool and stylish, and they make you look a little bit more vintage, but they're not popular anymore. Since the invention of the belt, I'm pretty sure that they are not used as much as think about them more like an accessory. But that is what informs me about his age and what the old man really thinks about. Is just dressing up on his old style. And I can appreciate that. It's an old way to think of things. He's for fancy sisters like you. Yeah. He has sisters like me. Look, we're comrades in this. We have big sisters together. He's a fan of big sisters. He's a fan of fancy sisters. Sisters that are actually not that practical. But you know what? They look good anyway. So yeah. For one thing, that is something I can really appreciate about his fashion. It's old school and I appreciate it. And also, he is doing the thing that I think Erica should do as well, which is having something that kinda makes you think about your hobby, you know? That we're supposed to, we know that he's a gardener because he has garden scissors. Now, I'm not quite sure that those garden scissors are like the right size. I feel like maybe they're a little bit too big. But you know, he gets around. He needs a cane, so I'm a fan of big scissors too, I guess. So I'm sure they'll be talking. The old man has a gun holster on his side. That's not a gun holster. It's to hold his scissors. It's supposed to be his scissors. Then again, though, he's an old man, so who knows? But I think that that's a really good choice to make his, like, you know, the thing that he uses to support himself be his hobby. It just great character design too, you know. The fact that he rolled up his sleeves so they won't get dirty. Yeah, exactly. It's a nice touch. Like, again, letting us know through his clothing what his thing is, what he does, what he is good at, and what he finds joyful. You know, he's rolling up his sleeves. He has gloves on them just so that he doesn't get cuts and he doesn't get his hands dirty. His scissors are his support, which, you know, you could make a commentary that, you know, I don't know. I don't know his backstory that well. I don't remember, and I didn't quite look for it. But, you know, if we make a fictional backstory, if I start writing fact fiction, we can make an assumption that he uses his scissors as a cane because after going through war and being severely traumatized, he's now using this hobby to continue on living and, you know, quite literally supporting his life with something that makes him feel good. That might be fan fiction, that might be true. I'm not really that sure. But it's great. It's great character design and it's great fashion sense. You know what? I would like this man take me out on a dinner. Maybe it wouldn't be a long date because he is old and he may just kneel over and die. You know what? Do we actually have confirmation of how old he is? Because I know Pokemon has this funny little thing. You know, Pokemon has this funny little thing in which they use the old people model for 30-year-olds. I remember I once saw this screenshot of a dude who used the old man model, and he was like, "Oh, how old are you?" "Oh, I'm 36." So, you know, for all I know, this man is 30. You know, for all I know, this man is 30. But still, though, it's fine. It's good design. I like him. I know that is mental damage. That is psychic damage to all of us. Jesus. What makes you think he's traumatized by war? Some people get really into it. I mean, I don't know. I'm just making a backstory. You know, I'm role playing. I'm writing. You know, I'm writing fan fiction. Just the dust. I need to find that screenshot. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. NPC. Oh, no, I found it. It's not Pokemon. It's not. Oh, is it Pokemon? Actually, is this Pokemon? Is this Pokemon or is this Digimon? This looks like Digimon to me, not Pokemon. I don't remember. Is this one of like the Pokemon Ranger games? I don't remember what Pokemon this is. If this is even a Pokemon game. I don't remember because it looks more like Digimon to me. But look at this. Look at this and cry. Everybody who's 30, look at this and cry. Feel old. Hold on, I need to get out of the way because I'm blocking it. 1 second. Just look at this. I'm about to join all of you. Why? I don't know. I don't know. I would. You know what? I'm gonna make an excuse for it. I'm gonna make an excuse for it. Why just gonna say that this is the perspective of a kid, right? To a kid, a 20-year-old is like being 50. You know? A 20-year-old is being 50 to a kid, so I'm just gonna assume that that's the reason why. It's just. Have you ever been talking to like a teenager, let's say they're a 15-year-old, and you tell them you're like, hey, I'm 25, and they go like, damn, I thought you were 10. I thought you were 20. And I'm like, bitch, it's not that old. It's not that old. I'm still young. I still have some stretch in my skin. My skin still stretch. We're old people. We're old. Asians age much faster. Really? Isn't it the opposite? Isn't it the opposite? But because you guys always look younger. You guys look young. Or is it that you look old early, and that's the reason why you look young at an older age? Is that how it works? Asians don't age, but when we do, we fall off a cliff. So what you're telling me, okay, so what you're telling me is you make a deal with the devil to be young for a really long time until you turn like 60, and then the devil starts sucking out your life force. Wow. I love how years come at 80. I see the vampire curse was suddenly gone. Damn. Okay, well. Hey, listen. At least you enjoyed most of your livelihood as a hot person. That is not as much. That is not much that we can say. We Mexicans don't age well at all. Zero. We Mexicans, we start looking like we're an egg out in the sun at 30, or if younger, really. Then again, though, I'm really happy that I have a little bit of like a pint of Asian blood in my body, because at least that means that I do look pretty young despite my age. And you may say, Brennan, you're 25. You are young. Well, tell that to the kid who called me fucking hag the other day. Tell that to them. That's me watching Vengeance Transras and there's like the old characters being 26. Really? Oh my god. You know what? We need to move on. We need to move on. Why do I always talk about being old? Why is it? It's always three things. It's always those three things. It's either me talking about being old, me talking about being gay, or being or loving men, which is also talking about being gay. Damn, we really are. We live in a society. Anyway, moving on though. Ramos, you're a 10 out of 10. You're a 10 out of 10. I love you, girly. Grandpa, I love you. You're great. I love Grandpa. Oh. Oh. Hold on a moment, folks. Hold on a moment. I need to tend to some business. I need to do something real quick. Don't mind me. Parentals, get the kids out of the room. This is gonna get nasty. I'm motorboating. Anyway. I'm sorry. I need to be. Don't see me. Nobody see me. I'm walking away. I'm walking away. I'm walking away and never coming back. Goodbye. It has been over. It has been really good, actually. It's been a lovely stream. I need to never be seen again. Thank you. He's so your type. I know, right? I know, right? Oh god. You know what? Just walk away and don't let anyone see you. He's 17. No, he's not 17. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I am not taking that fucking excuse. Get the fuck out of here. This is not JoJo's. This is not JoJo's. He looks like he farmed. He looks like he farmed to table your ass. Oh, I hope he does. You know what? My ass is grass, and he can mow it, baby. He can get really in. He really can just take the ivy out of it. You know. He can. I'm trying to think about. I'm trying to think about sexual jokes that have to do with gardening. He can pluck my flower, if you will. I don't know. I'm not good at this. Anyway. Now you guys can see why he's my favorite. Can you guys see that now? Can we? Do I really have to talk about it? Oh my lord. Do we really have to talk about it? Anyway, I'm gonna take off my jacket. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here, bitch. I need to be put down. I need to be euthanized. Anyway, let's actually talk about him, okay? Let's actually talk about him. Now, once again, he can plant those seeds over there. Oh, that's a good one. Why didn't I think about it? He can plant a seed in me. He can put his seed on me. I need to stop. We need to go. We need to go. We need to wrap it up. Wrap it up. You know what? I'm putting my glasses on. I don't need to be perceived. I don't want to be looked at today. You guys cannot look at me straight into my eyes at this point. It's getting. I'm a 25-year-old man. I want you guys to know that, okay? And I do this. It really do be getting desperate up in here. It reeks of desperation. Anyway, so I'm just gonna put my glasses on. I'm just gonna keep my glasses on because you know what? When you wear sunglasses, nobody can see what you're looking at. You know. When you wear sunglasses, you cannot see what I'm looking at right now. Not at all. Not at all. Anyway. I need to stop. I need to concentrate. Concentration, please. Please. Oh god, he really got me flustered. Okay. So, Milo is from Generation 7, if I remember right. Is Galar. Now, reminder that Galar, they're wearing uniforms and they're supposed to always have some type of sport, right? They're supposed to have some type of sport going on for them. I don't know what kind of sport it is, but if I get to see men like that often, then please do sign me up. I want to know. I will bring them water. I would also need water. I am thirsty. Anyway. But Milo's, the most important thing about her is not the rugby. Could be. Actually, rugby does have a body type like that, huh? You know what? I can see that. But yes, the Galar gym leaders always have another sport going on for them aside from soccer. And then they have their hobby, you know, the thing that they do. The thing that they're most known for in Galar. In this case, Milo is a farmer, you know. He really do be strong. He be carrying wooloos all over the place, so it makes a lot of sense. For me, his design is actually perfectly executed. I feel like it's probably the best one out of the whole of Galar, because it really does incorporate who he is as a person, you know, the fact that he's a farmer, and his job, which is being a Galar gym leader, which is being, you know, being sporty. It really does marry this concept as well. And I also really like the fact, I cannot really talk much about fashion because at the end of the day, this is a uniform, right? Like, I can talk about the fact that I really like his song hat. His song hat is really cute. I like the fact that it's embroidered with grass on it. And I like the fact that he's wearing a towel to cover up his neck. And I like the fact that he's baby-faced, and I like those big arms. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. But something I really like about him, about like a really cute design topic. I am not zooming into his crotch, I promise. I want you to look at this. What do you think this looks like? I'm gonna give you a quick second to think about it. 1, 2. Anyway, so this is supposed to be a garden hose. Like, these Pokeballs are in the shape of a garden hose. A sprinkler? Close enough. If you look at the way that a garden hose is, if you look at the holster for it, it looks very similar. So this is a garden hose. So again, really just putting on the details, putting up the little details that let us know what his personal life is, what he has been through, what he likes. You know, he wears a hat with his uniform because he's always out in the sun. He needs to protect that little strawberry skin. You know, his Pokeballs are in a holster in a garden hose. Because, he probably does put a garden hose there. Because, he needs to keep the plants water. And he can water me anyway. I need to stop saying that. So, I don't know. I think Milo is perfection. I don't think there's a single thing wrong with him. Even his eyes. I love his baby face. You know what? I want to eat that baby face out. He's so cute. I love him. I put him in my mouth. Graphits put him in my mouth and runs away. I love him. And there is nothing you can do to tell me otherwise. He is gorgeous. He is perfect. He is mine. He's mine, okay? And I will not hear anything about it. Anyway, moving on, because I'm gonna get banned if I continue talking about it like this. It does look like he does rugby. Yeah, exactly. He does have the body type for it. So, we figured out what his secondary sports is. Something is kind of difficult to tell about what their secondary sports is. Because, for example, Nessa, they don't mention it at all. Despite the fact that it's really obvious that she's supposed to be beach ball. But they don't mention it, and they focus on other things. Like, Nessa it's a model. So, it makes sense that he has a model body type. No tits, skinny, and has a bit of an ass. That's a model body type. So it makes sense. And maybe we should be looking at the body types to try to figure out what their secondary sports is. Because it's not always obvious on their design. Biggest hat spotted, design approved. I know. You know what? We need to bring hats again in fashion. What happened to hats? What happened to it? Why do we not wear hats anymore? Like, I feel like just having a witch hat on a day-to-day basis should be a common fashion choice. We need to bring back hats. I'm gonna be wearing a sun hat tomorrow. You know what? I'm gonna redesign myself and I'm gonna put a hat on my head. That's what's gonna happen. I promise you. Trust and believe, Tootsie. Trust and believe. Ooh. We come to our last gym leader. And I say last because, well, he is the last gym leader. Malo is not a gym leader. He's a captain. She's a captain. So she is last, because, she doesn't get the privilege, I guess. So this is Brashius. Brashius. Hold on. How do you spell? Brashius. I'm going to say Brashius for now. Correct me if I'm wrong. So this is Brashius. He has a landmine on his hand. That's not a landmine. What are you talking about? Those are vines. Those are thorns. Oh my god. Anyway. So, this is Brashius. He's an artist. And just like the really good artists of our times, he looks like he needs an antidepressant. The really great artists are on antidepressants that they don't use because they steal for their art. So, brushes, from what I can see, and I feel like it's really clear. Like, if you look at all the other ones and you go to brushes, like, let's bring up Milo again. Brushes. Well, that is not Brashius. That is Gardenia. What the fuck? Where's Milo? Milo. There you are. Okay, Milo. If you see the difference, and in fact, if you have been watching the whole stream, you're going to realize that most, if not all, of the Grasstype gym leaders have always been like some type of cheery. They're always happy. They're always calm. They are always bright. So Brashes is the first attempt for him and the Pokemon Company at making a more of a darker plant type Pokemon. Because, you know, plants do have a darker side to them. You know, we're talking about plants that, you know, strangle you and then eat you. Those plants exist. Not for us, but for insects, you know, carnivorous plants. And so he's supposed to be the darker side of what a plant can do. You know, the thorns. That is a very so cocaine kind of plants. No, a cocaine plant doesn't eat you. I'm talking about like a Venus flytrap, you know. Cantaloupes, I guess. I don't know, but it's not called a cantaloupe. I forgot what it is. You know what? It's like a pineapple, you know? It tries to eat your face, you know? Oh, come on, don't say that. I don't think he's under the substance, you know? He is an artist, though. So you know what? He might be under influence of substances. Who knows? Who cares? Who's counting? Anyway, going back to it, though. I can appreciate, and I really do appreciate that they did a classic, which is... It is a stereotype because it is true that a lot of artists do tend to dress more on the extravagant side, but that's because of, you know, sensibilities, right? Not all artists do, but most of them do. We have a very particular sensibility that we try to express with our clothing as well, not just with artwork. So I can appreciate that they went for the classic turtleneck and they accented with these pieces of cloth that look like thorns. I actually really like that. I think that's cool. It makes him look like a classic. It looks like a classic artist, you know? And what I really like about it, though, is just I like this deep purple. Because, you know, plants, they tend to have some purple or they do tend to have some purple parts to them. Now, that usually happens where they're dying. Purple plants don't tend to happen in nature normally. At least not this color, unless they're in danger or dying. But it's also part of the point, you know? His thing is that he is a gloomy artist. He doesn't see the things in the world the way that normal people do, you know? In fact, one of his main things that he did is make a sad Sunflora. And Sunfloras, the Pokemon, is known for never not smiling. They always have a perpetual smile. And so, to me, that this is just a perfect execution of what an artist should look like. Now, I do not know why he has a whip. Like, nowhere in the history of ever, like, I don't know, if you guys are played this game and you can tell me why he has a whip to begin with. I tried to Google it. I tried to look for it. There is nowhere, anywhere ever that I could find a justification for him having a whip, except for the fact that, you know, I guess they didn't think that the thorn motif was gonna sell him enough as a grass type gym leader, so they had to give him a vine whip. Like, maybe that's the reason why. Like, I can only assume that the only reason why they do this is because they needed to make it really clear that this is not a dark type Pokemon, a gym leader. This is a grass type Pokemon. And I can concede to that. You know? I can concede to why that could be the case. But if that's the case, I don't think a whip was necessary. Unless you want to, you know, make the girls and the gays have feelings about him. I feel like the Thorn Belt would have been a lot just like he is. He wrangles some Flora? Wait, does he actually kill them? I thought they were supposed to be just his, you know, his muses, you know? He was supposed to be like make like, it says like he makes statues of it. Is he actually a serial killer? I thought he was supposed to be a nice person. Oh, he corrals them. Oh, okay. That makes sense then. So essentially, Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Now I know. Now I know why. Okay, now this makes sense. Now I know. Now I know why he has a whip. He has to hurt the Sunflora. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. You know what? Thank you for answering my questions. I like it when we do things like this. Because you know what? Sometimes I don't know stuff. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I just can't find it, or sometimes I'm too lazy to look. That can happen too. So I'm glad that you guys are here to correct me as well. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, that makes sense. If that is the case though, then I have no more criticisms. This is perfect. It is perfect. I love him. He's my son. And I want him to have a good life. I really want him to have a good life. He's probably gonna die early though, because again, depression. But, you know, I would say though, for somebody as extravagant as him, just like minor detail that is not gonna take away from anything, you know. Minor detail, me personally, I think this should be purple. I feel like he's extravagant enough that he should be wearing purple shoes, you know. Like purple shoes had a statement. I feel like he should probably be wearing purple shoes. But that's just me. That's just a different color shoe. Yes. Something a little bit more extravagant. Because he would. Come on. He's an artist, goddammit. He'll probably wear something bright. Honestly, based on how it is on him, I think it's supposed to be a robe. You know what? We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that, because if not, I'm gonna get demonetized. I don't even have monetization to begin with, but you know, I'm gonna get demonetized. Ugh. He's a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I love everything about him. Love him. Love him. And finally, we come to Mallow, the last grass type trainer we're gonna be talking about today. So, I think that when it comes to character design, she's a little on the basic side. Like, and maybe that makes sense because, well, she's supposed to be in Alola. It is really hot outside. It's really hot outside. She probably doesn't wear much because, well, if she does, she's probably gonna cook. She's too Pokemon-y. Exactly. Like, it feels like she's lost into being fantastical, that I don't have anything that kinda grounds her a little to me, to make her feel like a real character. You know what? She looks like an OC. She looks like an OC of a Pokemon character. That's the way that I can describe it. But I think she's good. Honestly, otherwise, I think she's good. She's great in my opinion. Like, her hair kinda looking like vines. That feels really nice. It looks like leaves. And she's also supposed to be like the big sister of the group. Like the Alola Capitans are more so supposed to be like kid-like or like teenagers. Except for one of them, I think two of them are adults now that I think about it. But yeah, she's supposed to be the big sister of the group, of the younger ones. Yeah, right. And this makes sense. She's also a cook, so her overalls actually look like an apron. And I feel like that makes sense. She makes a lot of practical decisions about herself without like forfeiting the cuteness, because she's a girly girl, you know? She's a girly girl. She likes being cute. So, she has a I don't know if that's a swimsuit. It probably is a swimsuit, to be honest. But the pink undershirt, the little frillies on her shorts, on her overalls, the choice to put a flower pin on her overalls, it just makes sense. It makes me feel like I know who she is. And that is the most important part about fashion and character design. You must know and be able to tell who they are as people when you look at them. And I think this is just really competent, you know? It's really competent. I really like her. I think she's cute. I think that maybe she's on the simpler side, but she's cute. I like her. I don't think I have much to say about her. Do you guys have anything to say about her? Anything that you would change personally? Because I don't see many people talk about Mallow. Actually, in fact, she's the one that I forgot that she even existed. Because, you know, again, she's competent, but... You know what? You know what her problem is? She looks like she was created specifically for her to be one of the many girls that Ash Ketchum breaks their heart. You know, she's supposed to be like Serena, but not really. Like, I don't know. She looks like she's supposed to be in the anime. Let's just put it that way. She looks like she is the next girl that has a crush on Ash Ketchum for some reason. He's not even that funny. Like, okay, I'm gonna make a hot take right here. If anybody of you have watched the anime, I'm gonna make a hot take right here, right now. You know? I think that Dawn and Ash are the best pairing. No, I don't think that Misty is good. Misty is a little bit toxic. And I feel like Serena is toxic too. But Dawn was very similar to him in personality, you know? They were both competitive. They both complimented each other when it came to their ideas. They even showed it once. When on the anime when Ash got into a contest and Dawn got into gym badges. They kind of compliment each other. It shows. You know, it shows. It also shows that when they switch Pokemon too, when they switch Apom and Whistle, it makes sense. They're just really good foils to one another, you know? They complement each other really well. So, kill me. I feel Ash and Dawn are the best pairing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Misty fans. I'm sorry, Serena fans. Which, oh my god, that was so forward as fuck. You know? Man. Yes, but Ash is one of the celebrity people that will be awful with their money. Yeah, they would. Actually, he would. He would probably be like Elon Musk and just, you know, make horrible decisions. Malo's design makes me think of Serena. Really? I don't see Serena, actually. You know who I see? Serena, sorry, it's Serena. I don't see Serena. You know what I see? I know that her ace Pokemon is supposed to be Serena, but I see someone else. Hold on. I see Comfy actually on her design. I see much more Comfy than Serena. I see this Pokemon more than Serena. I see Comfy. Oh, you know what? It's like a combination of Serena, of like Comfy and Bounsweet. Because I don't really think of Serena, I think more of Bounsweet. I think more of Bounsweet actually. I think more than Serena, she's supposed to be Bounsweet. Because now Serena's a little bit too cunty for her, but yeah. I feel Bounsweet. No, it is absolutely Bounsweet actually. Which, again, same difference, I guess, because this is like the Prevo for Serena. But still. Shaman? I don't... Really? Shaman? Isn't it supposed to be Shining, actually? Well, the thing about Shining is, though, is I don't really see it. Oh, well, maybe the Sky form. But the flower is different though. The flower doesn't look like that. Hold on, let me show you. This is Shining. But yeah, no, the flower is different. It's the same color though, but the flower is different. Still though. You know what? I remember one time. Fuck! I just unlocked a core memory, and it's a painful one. So one time in high school, we had a little show and tell of what our hobbies were, you know? So, what I wanted to show off at the time was my drawing skills. I wasn't quite into fashion yet, though, but I was into fashion, but I was a little bit shy about it. So, what I decided to do was, because I didn't want to create just a dress by itself because I didn't know how to sew, and I feel like if I showed it off, they would probably ask me to, like, you know, why did you not make it a reel? I didn't want to answer, I just don't know how to sew. No, I felt a little bit too shy about that. So I instead made the dress that I designed based in Shining, which was a wedding dress. I made it into a Madoka Magica witch. I basically made a clone of Walpurgis, but making it into like a Shining wedding dress type deal. You know, I don't have the drawing anymore. That drawing has been long erased from existence. But I made it into a Madoka witch, and I didn't know how to show that because I feel like just bringing a drawing instead would have been a bad idea. So I made a speed paint for it. The thing is though, is I did not think about how to show that properly. So it was an awkward 10 minutes of me just showing them how I draw it without saying anything because I didn't know what to say and nobody cared. Nobody actually cared at all. They were just like, oh, that's cool for like about 10 seconds. And then they started talking about it amongst each other because I just didn't show anything else. I didn't add anything to it. I didn't even talk about the dress or what my inspirations were because they didn't care. Oh, Lord. Joe, I love that. Let me see if I can find it actually. Maybe it's like buried in the depths of DeviantArt. Hold on. Maybe it's somewhere in my DeviantArt folders. Oh, I have to log in. Do I have to? I don't even remember what my password is. Shit. Hold on. I don't remember what my password is. I'm diving deep. Oh, I don't remember my password. You know what? I'll look it up later. If I find it, I will post it. If I find it, I will post it on my socials. But yeah, I made a Shining Wedding dress and it was pretty. But I wasn't very good at drawing back then. Anyway. So to me, she says just a solid 8. She's an 8. Like I feel like she's really good at what she does. But what she does is kind of overplayed. So, but anyway, that was all of the design. I love the designs that I had for you guys, and that was all of the Pokemon gym leaders that I had. The Grasstype Pokemon gym leaders and trainers. And I'm surprised that there is not that many grass types. I thought that they were more than that. But apparently they skipped a couple generations without a grass type gym leader. So, you know, we only got 7 this time around. And the list keeps getting even shorter from here on out. So next stream, talking about Pokemon fashion, we're going to have to combine 2 categories. We're going to have to do bug type and flying type at the same time. Mainly because there's only 5 gym leaders each. And I don't know if you noticed, but it's been 7 minutes. They were 7 gym leaders and I'm done with it. So, you know, just to be able to meet my quota of 2 hours at least, I'm going to be combining both categories. Bug and flying type are going to be the next one. Because there are 5 each, 5 trainers each. So yeah, I hope you look forward to that though. Anyway, before we close out though, before we close out, do you guys have any submissions that you would like me to take a look for? Any grass type gym leader that I didn't cover, grass type trainer, or maybe any other design from these trainers, like maybe past trainers that you want me to get a look at, perhaps? I don't know. If you guys want to do anything else. If not, then we can just chat a little and then we'll say goodbye for today. But yeah, while you let me know, I'm gonna switch to check Cheryl. Cheryl? Who's Cheryl? Oh, what? I don't know who she is, but she's pretty. Oh, I'm already seeing the porn. Oh god, please step away. Oh, she looks good. What is her specialty? I love her. I love that her hair resembles leaves too. Like her hair part resembles leaves. She has the dead mom haircut, so I'm gonna assume that she's dead. But she looks really good. The shape of the skirt is also... It feels at a very awkward length. Because if we're doing a maxi skirt, it should probably hit all the way to the bottom. Or if we're doing a skirt like this, then make it hit a little higher. This is an awkward length. But It still looks great though. I like that. You know what? Is she from? Is she some? Is she from Sino? She's from Sino, right? Because that skirt looks like a Bulma Snow. It looks like an Bulma Snow inspired skirt to me. Where is she from? Is she anime only? Interesting. What is she? I need to know about her. I need to read about her. Her name is Malta in English. Okay. What is your deal, lady? Oh, she's from Platinum? Really? I don't remember her. What? She is from Sinnoh. I knew it. I knew it. I knew that she was from Sinnoh. Her skirt looks like a Bulma Snow. That makes a lot of sense. But really, she's not a grass type? She's in the internal forest. I like her. I like her. Hold on, I need to see another picture of her though, because I need to see what the I need to see what she's wearing on the. Wow, that is a deep B. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me look at this. Oh damn, she's wearing a bodysuit underneath this? Damn, bitch. All right. She's wearing a sweater bodysuit underneath. You know what? I appreciate the commitment. I live for this. She's good. I like her. 10 out of 10 for me. Honestly, and if I may be so bold, I think she should be the gym leader and not Gardenia. I feel like Gardenia should have this design. Honestly, me personally, Gardenia should look like this. Oh lord, poor Gardenia. She does have another design though. Oh, she gets a pink version. Oh, this looks uglier. There's another version in Master X, and this looks uglier to me. See, this is the importance of color too, because something colors can make or break a design, and this looks ugly in pink. And that is me saying this, by the way. If you see my whole branding, you will see that everything about me is pink. But I don't think this looks good on pink. I'm sorry. Like, I know it's sacrilegious for me to say, but this doesn't look good on pink. It's supposed to be like Chansey now that I think about it. You said she has a Chansey, right? Yeah. I think this is supposed to be a reference to Chansey, but doesn't look good. I like her original side better. 10 out of 10 for me though. 10 out of 10 for me. What about the grass bus from Pal World? I guess we can look at that too. Grass bus Pal World. I don't see. Is this supposed to be a person? What is the name? What is the name of them? So this is Zoe and Grisbo, Lily and Lillian. Oh, that is pretty. Okay, hold on. Lily? Is that her name? All world. Yeah. Oh, bitch. Wait, everybody shut up. Oh, girl. Okay. Oh, she is the moment. Oh, she is the moment. She's great. What? I mean, aside from the color, there's actually no. Never mind. I shut up. I was about to be like, oh, there's nothing really telling me that she's grass type, but no, she looks like a goddess. She looks like the goddess of abundance. Wow. Okay, Pal World. I didn't know you like that. I didn't know you like that, Pal World. This is great. I love this design. Are these supposed to be goddesses? Are they supposed to be gods? Is that what they are? Or what's her deal? Let me read on this. Lily Everhard. Lily's a vegetarian. Oh no. Is she one of those radical vegetarians that is like goes around stabbing people because they eat like meat? Oh, so yes, absolutely. She's like that. She's supposed to be a crazy vegetarian character. I just read this. Hold on. Lily is a vegetarian. Her fanatical devotion to praising pals over her fellow humans naturally extends to the vehement opposition to eating pals. Do you eat the Pokemons in there? Damn. That's a little bit. Huh. As the leader of 3 pals, she's the leader of seniors. Really firmly believes that eating pal. Oh my god, she really is a fucking. She really is a crazy vegan. Okay, well. I like it though. I like the design. It doesn't really say much about her, to be honest. Like, it is very generic anime 101, but you know what? This is a crazy 8, you know? This is a crazy 8. I like her design. It feels a little bit more inventive, personally. I like it. Oh, but you know what? I do have one more thing to talk about, and I completely forgot about it until now. We have the Grasstype Miku. Because you know what? Miku is the leader of our world, you know? Miku is our #1 princess, and we gotta take a look at her, you know? We gotta take a look at her. We gotta talk about her every stream. So this is Grasstype Miku. And I think, once more, Miku is eating all of these people up, bitch. I love this design a lot. Like, this design in particular is meant to be based more on the Galar region, which is the reason why she looks sporty. But I really like this execution of it. I am surprised that the actual Pokemon game did nothing with the idea of a cheerleader. Like, it feels obvious to me at this point that a cheerleader would have been a nice place to go to, and they didn't. I don't know why, but this is great. I love that her hairbands look like leaves. I love the trim of her skirt looking like leaves too. It's awesome. It's awesome. I don't think there's anything wrong with this at all. If anything, and this is sacrilege to say because I love Milo. I kind of prefer this design over Milo, to be honest. You know what? Just make Miku a gym leader. Is that too much to ask? I feel like Miku should be a gym leader. I don't know. What do you guys think about gym leader Miku? About Grasstype Miku? I feel like she's everything. It's everything. Even her socks are supposed to be like little green flowers. What the heck? Oh my god. Oh my god, girl. Miku just be eating these people up. Miku just be eating. She be eating. And the fact that her hair is even like supposed to be like pom-poms too. Oh, I just love her. I love Miku. Miku's a 10 out of 10 as always. Miku never fails. Miku never fails. She never fails to deliver. She is good always. Anyway, though, I feel like that was good enough for now. You know what? We almost reached a 2-hour mark, so that is good enough for me. But I thank you guys for coming on with me today. I really do appreciate you. It's been so much fun recently. I've been having so much fun hanging out with you guys in the last couple streams, and also in the server, in the Discord server, getting closer to you, playing D&D, doing community night, doing anime night. Like, I'm really happy. Recently, it has been hard for me to stay positive when it comes to my career in VTubing, because I had to do an introspection not too long ago. I had to really think. I was put into a position in which I had to really think hard about myself in VTubing and about my branding, about who I am, the things that I have done. And it put me in like a really dark spiral, not going to lie, because I may not be like the most famous person ever, and I may you know, I'm not the greatest, you know, but you guys have been really making me feel like I am. You guys have been giving me a lot of confidence, and you make me feel like this is worth going through. And I tell you this like almost every single week, that I am really grateful to have you here. You know, I'm really grateful to have you guys in my life. You guys are awesome, and you guys make this really fun. So I really appreciate you for coming today. Give yourself a little cheer, because you guys deserve it. Anyway, though, that's a little bit too sappy. We need to get going, folks. We need to get going. If you haven't drank your if you haven't taken your meds, take your meds. If you haven't drank water, drink water. I'm gonna drink water right now. I'm gonna drink my papaya water. Ooh. So yeah, let's see if there's anybody to raid today. Is there anybody available? Oh yeah, before I go though, I'm stupid. Before I go. We're going to be having Repo Community Night next Saturday. You guys decided on the date, so we're doing it next Saturday. I want to ask, do we do it the same hour as my normal streams, 7 p.m. Central Standard, or do we do it a little later? What do you guys think? I just want to ask just to know about the times, and see if we want to reach an agreement, you know. But yeah, we're playing Repo. I was essentially held at gunpoint. Like I was barely strongly convinced, you know. I was barely strongly convinced by some people in the Discord to play Repo, so I cave. I'm doing it. Fuck it. You guys bought it for me, so I'm doing it. You guys are crazy, though. You guys are crazy. So yeah, we're doing Repo night, so please do make yourself known in the Discord. If you guys want to join it also. If you're new here and want to join the Discord, I'm just gonna get an invite real quick for you. Because yeah, we do cool things there. There's really cool people in there. And we're doing Repo Community Night next week. We're doing it on Saturday. So if you want to join, please do let me know. I would appreciate it. I want to have as many people as possible so that I don't shoot myself, because that's gonna be crazy. I don't like horror games. I have a heart condition. This is gonna be fun. But anyway, I'm looking at the list, and there's really not that many people to stream to like raid today. At least not that I could see. At least nobody that I know, at least. I'm surprised there's not that many people streaming. Oh well. I guess I get to keep you guys to for myself today. So yeah. I hope you guys have a lovely day. Thank you so much for choosing me as your entertainment for today. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for coming to the Cherry Van Blossom Boutique. Remember that it always welcomes you. And take care. I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Bye.